Yo, what's the word? Happy August 5th to all my foundational Black Americans, man. This was a joyous day.
This is what I came down here to see. This is who I came to see. This is who I came to see. This is Black history right here. He tossed that hat one time.
T-I-N.
Hey, you the man that threw the hat up, ain't you?
Yep.
I knew it! I knew it! Jesus!
Happy anniversary to the Montgomery Brawl. Happy third anniversary to it.
Then they try to kill me.
So what happened after that? How did you escape?
How did I escape? You know how I escaped. I fought my way up out of there. I hit about 5 dudes, knocked about 3 bitches down. You know I don't play, Gina.
Baby, you can't fight.
Who can't fight? I was knocking. I hit this one dude. He was ran up on me. I was like, He hit me in the head twice. I then look, and I grabbed, and then he hit me one more time. Can't tell me. I'm nervous and paranoid, man.
Lift every chair and swing like in Montgomery. Swing with all energy like those before we. Let every chair swing high. 'Cause if you're here, here's why. You need to learn to keep your hands off me.
Well, turns out that 65-year-old man could really fucking throw him.
The Egyptians believed the most significant thing you could do in your life was die.
Dude that jumped in the water to help the uncle, bro. I got chills.
The fact that young people make history. History is always made in the present moment. And I'm sure you weren't thinking about becoming Aquaman when you jumped in that water, but you did. You stepped into history and you helped to shape some history and inspire some folks. So, brother, I just want to thank you.
And dot in his ass with one hand held the shirt with the other, then switched hands and with the walling on his ass, whopped his shoe, put the wailing on.
Hello guys, my name is Judith and you are welcome to my channel. Today we are talking about an incident that happened in Montgomery, Alabama that went viral and is still being discussed years later. The Montgomery Riverfront Brawl. You probably remember the video. A fight front out after a private boat was discussed of blocking the docking area where the Haloret 2 river boat was supposed to arrive. What started at an argument quickly become a much bigger confrontation. But beyond the viral video, that's all the mess, there is something important we should talk about. Why did this moment connect so strong with so many Black Americans? Why did the image of ordinary people coming together to defend a worker becoming such a powerful symbol? Today, I want us to look beyond the jokes, folding chair mess, and talk about race, dignity, and community, and what happens when people feel that someone is being treated unfairly. So let's get into it. When you look at everything that happened in the Montgomery Park, it is easy to focus only on the funny side of the story. The mess were everywhere. The folding chair became a symbol. People online turned the whole situation into jokes, reactions, and anniversary posts. But I think there is a deeper conversation here. At the center of this incident was a Black worker who was doing his job. The man, Pickett, was a captain of the Harrod 2, trying to get back to its assigned docking area. According to the reports, a private Python boat was in the way, and the situation become heated. We have to be careful about turning a complicated incident into a simple story of good people versus and bad people. There were people on both sides.
So, as a white woman, obviously I need to weigh in on the Alabama boat brawl situation, and here is my take on this situation. I would like all marginalized communities to know that I come with a chair, and if you ever need my chair for defense of any type, just ask. I can move out of it and sit somewhere else. This thing is heavy, it rolls fast, and if you throw it at someone, it'll do serious damage, okay? Alright, wait. It also has canes in the back, so we've got options. We've got options with my chair. You see me, you need the stuff, just ask.
Before the chair became a famous because of the footage, but I don't think the real lesson should be about the chair itself. The real lesson should be about community. People noticed that something was happening and others came forward. They did not simply stand around and ignore what was happening. And there is something powerful about people looking out for one another. But community protest does not have to mean violence. It can mean speaking up. It can mean helping someone who is being treated unfairly. It can mean making sure a worker is respected. It can mean recording what happened, calling for help, supporting the person afterward, and making sure the truth is heard. That kind of solidarity matters. And Montgomery has a very deep connection to American civil rights history. So when an incident involving race, dignity, and public conflict happened in the same city, people naturally connected to the large history of the struggle for equality. But we should also remember something very important. Progress does not mean replacing one form of injustice with another. The whole goal should be fairness for everybody. Nobody should be attacked because of their race. Nobody should be disrespected because they are doing their job. And nobody should believe that being angry gives them permission to hurt someone else. Montgomery gives us an opportunity to have a bigger conversation about respect, actually, and community. So yes, people can laugh at the mess. People can talk about the famous folding. Can talk about the famous folding of chairs. People can remember the moment that went viral. But let's not forget the human beings behind the viral video. Because behind every internet thread, there are real people, real emotions, and real consequences.
You know how I escape.
And maybe that is the biggest lesson from this. That is the biggest lesson from Montgomery. When people feel powerless, community can give them strength. When someone feels alone, another person can step forward and say, "We are not alone." But the strongest form of solidarity is not simple fighting back. It is standing together, protecting one another, demanding accountability, and still choosing a better way forward.
Is because his doing so violated one of the most enduring and deeply entrenched social norms in American culture and in Western culture as a whole. And that's only white men get to hit white women.
Brawl and everything that happened followed. You think the internet focused too much on the mess and not enough on the bigger issues of race, respect, and community? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
What do you mean?
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this,
I don't know about anyone else on here, but I watch probably at least 48 times.
Breakdown,
and it keeps getting
please
funnier
like the
every
video,
fucking time.
subscribe to the
what
channel,
happened here,
and share with someone who might want to join the conversation.
And you know what she decided to do? She decided to jump. And you know what happened? She got fucking thumped. And that's what happens. If you want to go out there and you want to try jumping in, fighting with the men and everything like that, then prepare to get your shit rocked. Zero sympathy. Zero sympathy for those entitled fucking assholes that just thought that they could do whatever the hell that they want to do. You mean to tell me you watch that whole video and you're just like, the grown man hit the woman? That's right, and that grown woman hit the man too. That's why she was laid the fuck out on the ground. Did you see that man that got beat out of his Crocs though? Did you see that, Jean Jacket Jeff? Because that shit was, that was equally as funny. You see, I'm not a violent person, Jean Jacket Jeff. That's the old me, okay? I'm not a violent person anymore, but I'm also not above fucking violence. Let me ask you this. Could you imagine, can you even begin to imagine what would have happened to that man if all those other people didn't come jump in and have his back? Don't worry, I'll wait. Go ahead, answer. Never mind, you don't have to answer because we all know what would have happened. I am glad that karma instantly got them. I'm glad that all of those people had that man's back, and I am glad that that man got beat out of his fucking Crocs.
Montgomery Brawl keep popping up today, and it took me back to that time. Damn it, there wasn't a funnier, more unified day on the internet for black people, I feel like, in the last 10 years than we got 3 years ago with that Montgomery thing. And I watched the video again today in its entirety, all 5 minutes of it, and from all the different angles. And I remember it all started when Buddy in the beginning threw that hat up. When he threw that hat up, that was the bat signal. You seeing things shifting and moving and things like that. After the hat came up and they got on him, not too long after they got on him, somebody was running down the dock this way, and then one of the dudes that was on the boat, he done jumped in the water. He done jumped in the water, and then if you listen to the video, the commentary is one of the funniest parts about it, because she's sitting there egging him on, talk about get him, as they should, forgive him. Mind you, I think a lot of people, also a lot of white people willingly forget that them white people on that dock started that shit because they wouldn't move their boat when the man who worked there told them that they needed to move their boat so that the dock, or the boat that was supposed to be there, could dock and get the people off the boat. But no, they wanted to be drunk, stubborn white people thinking they're entitled to space. And they had another thing coming, and they thought they had it when they all jumped that one man initially who threw the hat up. But what they didn't know was that hat was a beacon. That hat was a rallying cry. And not long after that hat dropped, because that hat, I don't even think I saw the hat come back down. I don't think I saw the hat come back down. But I feel like at the moment that hat touched the ground, the ancestors and everybody, the ancestors in that water came up and they gave them the strength that they needed, because them white people it was so bad for them white people, they was jumping in the water. And how ironic is that? Damn it. No, we don't condone violence, but we do condone protection, but we do condone defending ourselves. Again, ironically enough, we still having the same damn conversation. Damn it, it's funny, but that shit's real. Damn it, and I'm so glad that them black people, them black men, and them black women didn't let them white people just beat up on that man and get away with it. Shit, I ain't mad, and I'm still not mad. Damn it, and I hope all them people are doing well today. I remember we had the bail funds ready. We was ready.
Yo, while we excited about the Montgomery Brawl, let me pause for the cause and school all of y'all. You see, we couldn't be there when Trayvon Martin was unalived, because had we been there, perhaps he would have survived. We couldn't be there when George Floyd went down, because had we been there, perhaps he'd still be around. See, we couldn't be there for our dear sweet sister Sandra Bland, who unfortunately fell into the hands of a racist man. We couldn't be there for Emmett Till, who never saw it coming. So when Unc was being attacked, that's why we came a-running. See, we were brawling for Breonna Taylor, and we were throwing down for Mike Brown. We couldn't be there for Ahmaud Arbery. That's why we had to show up full force in Montgomery. Now, I know things got ugly and people got hurt, but this was really for those 4 girls who were bombed at that church. Addie Mae Collins and Denise McNair, Carol Robertson and Cynthia Wesley. That was so unfair. See, it's no mystery this country has a history of black people being bullied with no consequences or penalties. Have you heard about James Byrd? They drug him until his head was dismembered. Or what about Medgar Evers, shot in his driveway? Remember? Y'all heard of Lemuel Penn? He was an educator in D.C. In 1964, he was killed by Klansmen simply for a DWB. Y'all heard of Lewis Allen? He saw a black man get unalived, so they decided to take his life simply so the brother wouldn't testify. Y'all heard of Virgil Lamar Ware? Probably not. He was only 13 years old riding his bicycle when that young brother was fatally shot. See, what happened in Montgomery was really for the strange fruit found hanging from the poplar trees. Those beaten, bruised, battered black bodies swinging in the southern breeze. So yeah, we swung our chairs and threw our hats in the air. Like a graduation, we commenced to the degree of waging warfare. So hear ye, let the record show that we're not going to take this kind of racial abuse anymore. So if we find ourselves coming under attack, just know we swinging chairs and we bound to fight back. Why were we excited about the Montgomery Brawl? Because in the past, we couldn't be there for them. But in the present, we can be there for y'all.
I love us. I love us. Because what we finna do is gonna give you a key, okay? We gonna key. Watch this video. I love us so much. I love us so much.
Well, turns out that 65-year-old man could really fucking throw him.
When they told me Aquaman was coming, I pulled my swimming trunks out. I almost preached in a Speedo today. I wanted to be a part of what was happening. I want you don't even know how you've encouraged so many young people around the country, and you have defied the stigma because they say that black people don't swim. But you jumped in the water, and I heard you say in the interview you had never swam that fast or swim that far in your life. What made you jump in the water that day?
I just had to help someone.
Wow.
It was someone in need and who I cared about and who my brother also cared about, so I had to.
I am so grateful. New Birth, I want you to make some noise. Come on, make some noise, make some noise. Aaron's parents, you all come on up a little bit closer. Come on up a little bit closer. Aaron's parents are here with him on today, and we're grateful that they made that ride early this morning. We want to give a gift, Aaron, to you and to your future. On behalf of New Birth, we want to give you a $2,000 college scholarship to help you. Come on, y'all got to do better than that.
See that thing? I will show you shake that thing. Shake it.
The more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.
Eh? I don't come to that place. That's not as now. How would you? Which I have picture of them. That would go far away. I'm not going to tell you. It's not fault.
Hey.
What's it again? What's your fault because you want? Hello? It's not 40-41. I was searching for you.
You're done. You're done.
When you realize that a black man made the folding chair, that makes the Montgomery Brawl even that more iconic. It's that much more iconic. We will be celebrating August 5th this year. That year will go down in history. This is an official Black American holiday. From this point forward, it's no discussion. If you do not celebrate the Montgomery Brawl, the annual Montgomery Brawl, this year you will be reprimanded. You will be reprimanded, and there will be consequences. My good fellow Nathaniel Alexander created the folding chair in July 7th of 1911, giving us this iconic moment. Thank you, our brother Nathaniel Alexander. We will also be recognizing you on annual Montgomery Brawl Day, which is August 5th. Do not forget, y'all, because we will be celebrating it this year. This is gonna be like our Memorial Day, okay? We cutting up on this day. This is the new Memorial Day. There's no argument about it. Tell everybody black, because that's what we doing.
On the bottom, Paige, you were good. I'm waiting for you to be great. And next, Kendall. You didn't stick out to me. Next is Brooke. Next, Nia. You're third on the pyramid. You were third overall high score. And Mackenzie. And on top of the pyramid, going 3 for 3, once again, is Maddie.
Yo, what's the word? Happy August 5th to all my foundational Black Americans, man. This was a joyous day. They thought it was gonna be like that. They ain't expect all this shit right here, man. For real. They ain't expect all this shit, boy. They tried to pull it on that black man and instantly regret it. Like, this is the true meaning of fuck around and find out when you fucking play with us, man. So, salute to y'all people down there in Montgomery, Alabama, down there in Alabama.
The fact that young people make history. History is always made in the present moment. And I'm sure you weren't thinking about becoming Aquaman when you jumped in that water, but you did. You stepped into history and you helped to shape some history and inspire some folks. So, brother, I just want to thank you.
When the fight broke out, there was so much going on. People were being locked up. People was handcuffed, and they went to jail. Some of them had to get out, and there was a fundraiser raised for them to get out of jail. Some of them had different bonds because some of them had tickets on them. I was here at the riverfront, and I was doing Black Voters Matter, registering people to vote. There was a platoon boat, and this platoon boat, it kept coming every 3 weeks or whatever. They would come here to have a little party, a little shindig on the dock. At the time of this was going on, it didn't say no parking. That day, we were looking out in the river, and the boat, Harriet II, it couldn't dock. And there was another boat. The boat decided to say, okay, let's not move. They had the co-captain a boat. They got a boat and brought him to the shore. And after he came, he untied the boat. He told them, look, what you gonna do about it? And the man said, okay, and he threw the hat up. When he threw his hat up, the fight, he slapped him, the white guy, slapped the co-captain, Damian Pickett. And that's when the fight broke out. And the young man, his name, they gave him a name. They called him Aquaman. He swam across, but one thing about it, they could not move the boat. If they had to move the boat, then he would have been drugged up under the boat. So they had to wait till he got to shore. After he got to the shore, then they brought the boat in. And after they brought the boat in, then everybody jumped off the boat. All the employees, they joined the fight. One was pushed in the water, another one, female white lady, she was pushed back into the water. One was hit over the head by the Riverboat Brawl chair. Now, this chair is famous. You know, a lot of people was here. They saw it. There were some people up there, and there were some more people down here. And when the police came, They ran down. They ran down, and some of them say, okay, they broke up the fight. But then, again, I say this, again, they tried to stir up the fight again. So what we did as a people, we had Rose and another team and me with Black Voters Matter. We went to Selma, and we did a protest in Vassar and shut down the store. Never let them forget how our black people fought for the Harriet too. And that's not a black vote. This vote is ran by the city. And it's not ran by the mayor. I believe it's ran by white people. So we stood up, black people, young people, stood up for a vote that brought so many slaves in here in the 1800s. So how can we forget? We can never forget what happened on that day. And